Guys, coming up on the winter seasons, the cold and flu, and the other season now. Couple articles I want to talk about, but this one is all about being healthy, guys. We all need to take care of our health. There's so much good information out there. There's so much ways you can take care of your body. Not just medically, but other things you can do to boost your own immune systems. I'm just going to share stuff that I do and stuff that the news buries down and talks about. But stuff we can all do to help improve our own lives and help get rid of some of that inflammation you got going on. And I'm not a doctor. I'm just going to tell you what I've done personally to help myself feel better and stuff that has really helped me out a lot. And I hope this information helps you guys out a lot. Obviously, we all know there are things we can all do to improve our lives that it's a lot harder to do because the bad stuff tastes so much better. This first one comes out of IFL Science. I'm tried looking at like facts and stuff on soda, which is like damn near impossible to find because Big Soda, they definitely lobby our government a lot. They definitely pay our people that are supposed to be making these decisions, and they're telling people that it's okay to have soda. I'm just gonna give you my personal experience because you can't even turn on the TV without seeing an ad for some soda brand. I mean, we all have seen them. And yes, they're delicious. Like I said, I did quit soda, but I'm not gonna lie, I had a soda last night, and I'm regretting it this morning, but it was delicious. But quitting the soda was probably the best thing I ever did to my body. It's astronomical how much sugar's in those things, but this one's coming out of IFL Science. It says the U.S. Food and Drug Administration is looking finally to stamp out some of bromelated vegetable oil, a controversial food additive once widely used in certain sodas that has been linked to an array of health risks. Well, it's oil, right? It can't be that bad. Many states and countries have already banned the ingredients. Well, yeah. America's FDA doesn't follow the guidelines, say like the European Union and stuff like that. If you compare ingredients from American food to European food, it's insane and it's scary. This is people's health we're talking about, and we're talking about the FDA not doing its job, which what your tax dollars go to. You pay these people to tell you what's best for your lives to live, and they're not following it. And it's kind of scary. It says many states and countries have already banned the ingredient, but this move could be the final nail in the coffin, at least in the U.S. Let's hope so. It says its proposed ban on bromelated vegetable oil is in food after numerous studies have led to the conclusion that the additive is no longer considered safe. No, it was never considered safe. It was just who paid you to tell you it was safe. That's the real question. It says recent toxicology studies conducted in collaborating with the NIH have now given us conclusive scientific evidence to support our proposal to remove the FDA's additive authorized. Collaborating with the NIH have now given us conclusive scientific evidence to support our proposal to remove FDA's food additive authorization for BVO, bromelated vegetable oil, the FDA said in a statement November 2nd, 23. Wow, it took them this long to figure that out. Wow, it must be bad, right? I don't even use vegetable oil to cook with anymore. I'll use an extra virgin olive oil. I know my dad uses grapeseed oil. I've heard avocado oil is good too, but I know there's a lot of people that trick people into buying said avocado oil, saying it's the real deal, but then after science and studies and labs and stuff, they determined, yeah, this isn't even avocado oil. So be careful when you're buying, do your research. Yeah, I don't even recommend vegetable oil anymore. It's just, there's just a lot of stuff that they're lying to you about. It says many big soda manufacturers such as Coca-Cola and Pepsi ditched the additive in the past decade. However, a handful of sugary fruit beverages still contain bromelated vegetable oil. According to the Environmental Working Group, this includes Sundrop, made by Dr. Pepper, as well as Organite and Great Value Fruit Punch, made by Walmart. Yeah, I wouldn't buy any Walmart brand if you're looking to be healthy. Obviously, if you want to save money and be cheap and you want those sugary drinks, yeah, I mean, go for it. But it's just, at least labels matter. You know, the FDA needs to stand up and do its job. And we're tired of them not doing their job and telling you everything's okay, everything's fine. Just do our medicines and take our shots. Which leads to the next article. Coming out of NBC News, it says CDC reports highest childhood vaccine exemption rate in the U.S. Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting. Maybe this will give me my first block, and we'll see. My first tag on the old YouTube. I'm just reading the news YouTube. Don't get mad at me. I didn't make this article. It says 40 states saw rises in parents citing religious or other personal concerns for not vaccinating their young children. I don't know if I can use that word, so I'm going to start calling it vacations. So hopefully that will make this go trending better. I don't know. Anyway, it says vacation exemptions are rising as vacation coverage among children remains lower than pre-pandemic levels. The number of kids whose caregivers are opting them out of routine childhood vacations have reached an all-time high. The CDC in prevention reported Thursday, potentially leaving hundreds of thousands of children unprotected against preventable diseases like measles and whooping cough. The report did not dive into reasons for the increase. I think we all know the reasons. But experts said the findings clearly reflect Americans' growing unease about medicine in general. Wow. Why would they be uneasy about medicine in general? Well, maybe because it took us this long to figure out soda's bad for you. But I digress. Here's a doctor who says, there's a rising distrust in the healthcare system, said Dr. Amna Hussain, a pediatrician in the private practice in North Carolina, as well as a spokesperson for American Academy of Pediatrics. So she's a high-value doctor. Let's just say that. It says, vacation exemptions have unfortunately trended upward with it. Okay. The CDC found that 3% of children entering kindergarten during 2022-2023 school year were granted a vacation exemption from their state. This is the highest exemption rate ever reported in the U.S. Well, something's trending in some way. Why is that? Are you going to tell me? Let's keep reading. So it's 40 states saw a rise in exemptions. In 10 states, Alaska, Arizona, Hawaii, Idaho, Michigan, Nevada, North Dakota, Oregon, Utah, and Wisconsin, the exemption rate soared over 5%. Wish they would give me a number on, like, what does that mean in, like, numbers of children? But, I mean, 5%, that can't be a little number. That's a big jump. And this says right here, this is quite a jump, said Renee Seether, a CDC epidemiologist and author of the new report. Just 3 years ago, guys, what happened in 3 years? It says just 3 years ago, Seether said only 2 states had exemption rates of more than 5%. Wow. So it went from 2 states to 10 states with that exemption rate. Idaho was a standout All right, here we go. In a new report, more than 12% of children entering kindergarten in that state had a vacation exemption in 2022. Oh boy. Goes on to say, the trend appears to coincide with doubts about COVID-19 vaccines. Oh boy, we're getting into the gritty now. So many people reluctant to get that new vacation, said Dr. Roberts, health commissioner for Columbus Public Health. She feared that it would have trickle-down effect and impact vacation coverage for our children. The report also found that vacation rates among young kids have remained stagnant following a pandemic-related dip in coverage. As of the 22-23 school year, vacation coverage among kindergartners remained at 93%. Before the pandemic, the rate had consistently hovered around 95%. Okay, so not that small of a drop, but like I said, we're talking about so many people. I'm sure that's a lot of kids. Generally, populations need 95% immunity to protect against viral outbreaks. Oh, here we go again. We're going to see so many outbreaks now. It says, while states differ in their vacation requirements for attending public and most private schools, they generally include vaccines to protect against measles, mumps, rubella, the big word, I don't know, tetanus, DTaP, poliovirus, and chickenpox. Yeah, there's a chickenpox vaccine now. Most of us old heads don't have that. We're all at risk of shingles and whatnot, but I don't know. So obviously there's someone here I probably don't have, but I know I have some of these too. But so some states require medical evidence that a child cannot receive a vaccine. Yeah, because they want to force you to do whatever they tell you to do. In others, parents cite religious or personal concerns about vacations. It's very easy to get an exemption. Oh, you hear that, guys? It is very easy to get an exemption in the state of Ohio. Robert says very easy. So, all right, Ohio. I know they just legalized marijuana too, so let's go, Ohio. It was Roberts who dealt with measles outbreak in central Ohio this time last year. The first cases were so okay. Now we're just getting into propaganda. Yeah, because you're talking about 85 people getting ill over it. Okay. Well. And it says all this occurred while during a time when hospitals are already dealing with C19, RSV, and flu, which they say are the three big ones this season. Obviously, the C19, the RSV, and the just influenza. We really have to guard up, said Dr. Julia Morita, Executive Vice President of Robert Wood Johnson Foundation and former head of Chicago Department of Public Health. We've forgotten how bad these diseases actually are. No, I don't think we did forget. I think people are tired of getting lied to. And no matter what you think about the last 3 years, what it was or what it wasn't, I think we can all agree that we weren't told the truth. We weren't told the truth. And I think people are pissed about that. And I think people are starting to wake up and realize maybe they're taking it too far now. Maybe they're going a different route. But this is what happens when you stop having faith or trust in your government or the FDA or the CDC, whatever you want to call it. But like, if you keep lying to people, people are going to stop listening to you about everything. Even when you have medical facts dating back hundreds of years saying to do this. People don't care anymore. All they know is you're the one who sold them a lie. That's all people care about. And now it's just hard to tell what's real anymore. If you go online, it's hard to tell what's real anymore. Like with deep fakes and everything like that, like up is down, down is up. Like nobody knows the truth anymore. Because all we know is we're being lied to. And we're sick of it. Now, again, I'm not a doctor. I don't even have kids, which I'm grateful for because with all this stuff coming out, it's scary. And I know we live in troubling times. Now, I told you the first best thing I did for my body is quit the soda. This is the second best thing I ever did for my body, and I've never looked back, and I feel so much better after doing it. I drink a green juice. I think everybody should drink a green juice. I think everyone should be eating vegetables, but we don't. So, an easy way to get your vegetables is drink a green juice. There's several different green juices out there. I'm sure if you listen to any podcast or something, somebody's promoting some green juice. Even Rogan, all these other ones. It's like, they're very good for you, and some of them taste good. Even your local grocery store, I'm sure, has a green juice powder that you could try. If you don't want to eat vegetables, I get it. Who even has the time to eat vegetables? But if you can have like a drink and you can get your 3 daily sources of vegetables in that juice, yeah, that's probably the way to go. I'm not going to say which one I use because obviously I'm not here to promote anything. Again, I'm not even a doctor. I'm just saying things I've done personally in my life to help me feel better and help out with me fighting diseases and me fighting viruses and stuff like that. Other than my main medical issues that I have, my own autoimmune disease, I don't get sick that often. I don't think I've ever had the flu. I rarely get colds, but there's things you can do to boost your immune system that even doctors recommend. I know some doctors recommend just vitamin D. Not just vitamin D, but just doing vitamin D every day will definitely boost your immune system. I like zinc too. I try not to do it every day just because it's a metal. But the green juice I do every day, I don't think you can overdose on vitamins. Not vitamins. I don't think you can overdose on vegetables. And just one drink a day is all you need. This article is good. It came out of Medical News Today. It's just a list of their 5 best green powders they recommend. Again, I highly recommend it. It's going to help you feel better. If you are deciding not to do what medical inventions they say to do, it says below we have a list of the best green powders available to purchase. All of them below contain blends of fruits, vegetables, vitamins, and minerals. Yeah. I recommend you reading through it. Do your own research. Some of them get pricey, but in the long run, it's going to save you way more money than going to the doctor and dealing with their big pharma drugs and ultimately surgeries and stuff like that. And like I said, you're just going to feel so much better. I don't even know if I can even say it like that. I'm not a doctor, but the facts are in the pudding. It is what it is. And I don't think it's a bold, outlandish claim to say, hey, did you know if you eat vegetables, you're going to feel better? Yeah, because nobody likes eating vegetables. And you can't just keep eating vegetables all day. But you can get a nice green juice in you, and you will definitely feel better. That's pretty much all I have to say. But we're coming up on the holiday season, the winter seasons, the cold, flu, and whatever season. I hope you all stay healthy. I hope you all stay happy. I hope you all have good times with your family. But remember, you got to take control of your own health because the CDC isn't going to be there to help you. The FDA isn't going to be there to help you. And they're just trusting the science. So they're going to determine what they think is best, but you need to determine what's best too. And I'll tell you right now, I've been to several doctors and not one has ever recommended a green juice. It is insane. They just want you to take their drugs and they just want you to just keep buying into their bullshit. That's all I have to say. It's Friday. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Remember to laugh. Remember to have a good time. And remember, guys, we're all here together to help each other. Let's all try to make this world a better place. And let's all try to be healthy in our own aspect of life. If you can buy these green juices, I recommend buying these green juices. And if you don't want to do what the media is saying to do, I completely understand too, but you should definitely consult with your own doctor and do your own research. Don't just blindly follow what a news article says, or even what I'm saying, obviously. You guys are smart. You just got to start thinking critically. You have to understand that, yeah, a lot of faith has been lost in our government. and maybe we should get it back. But to get it back, we need good people in our government trying to help people and not just trying to sell stuff. But enjoy your weekend. Good luck with your footballs and your fantasy and whatnot. And remember, guys, just we're all here together to help each other. That's all what it's all about. Oh yeah, fuck soda. All right. Bye. Like, comment, subscribe, or whatever. Bye.